Hello friends, welcome to the day 1 part 1 series, and this is for the extremely serious MSME owners. So yes, if you are one of them, do one thing right now. Take a notepad, keep a pen with you, start this video properly. Yes, are you ready? Yes, because what we are starting today is not the content. This is a system. This is the day 1. I welcome you each and everyone to the day 1 March closing control series. It is the most urgent pain. So what we'll discuss in the part 1 of the day 1 financial year closing checklist we are going to discuss in the form of MSME person. So what must be completed before 31st of March? And if you understand these all things and you apply this now, you will not panic this year. Now let me ask you something very honestly. It's a very simple question. Why does March become stressful every year? Like पूरे साल everything so manageable, but जैसे ही मार्च आता है, suddenly what happens? Suddenly tension, pressure, late night works, urgent calls, missing entries, yes. Why this is happening? Is the GST is complex? Is accounting is difficult? Or is it something else? Right? So I'll tell you the real answer is simple. Panic does not come from the complexity. Panics come from the delays. In easy language, जो काम हर मंथ थोड़ा थोड़ा होना चाहिए था, अब वो क्या हो रहा है, वो लास्ट मंथ में स्पेशली मार्च में एक साथ होता है, राइट? एंड व्हाट्स द इम्पैक्ट ऑन इट? लाइक व्हेन एवरीथिंग्स कम टुगेदर, it feels like out of control. And see, when you feel out of control now, you rush. And when you rush, what happens? You make mistake. And sometimes now those mistakes cost your money in form of sometimes tax, sometimes penalty, and sometimes a wrong decision. So our today's goal is very clear, simple. Remove the panic, start creating control. Why? Because control starts with the clarity. If you get know what needs to be done, you will not panic. You will act, you will implement. So today I am giving a very simple, practical MSME focus 10-point checklist. Not theory, not academics, not any kind of heavy language, no textbook, just real business understanding in practical way. So before we start checklist, one mindset shift very important is the shift is there, like March closing is not compliance. It is not compliance, it is a reality check. It tells you, are your numbers true? It tells you, is your profit real? It tells you, are your expenses complete? Are your risk visible? Because many businesses shows profit on paper, but they are struggling in cash flow. And the reason is numbers are not clean. So please treat this is very seriously. Now let us begin. Checklist point number 1. Complete the purchase entries. This is where most businesses go wrong. Many invoices are pending, bills received but not yet recorded, right? Goods received but entry not passed. So what happens, right? आपके एक्सपेंसेस जो है वो कम दिख रहे हैं, एक्सपेंसेस कम दिखते हैं. अकॉर्डिंग क्या होता है, एक्सपेंसेस जब कम दिखेंगे तो आपका प्रॉफिट ज्यादा दिखेगा. आपका अगर प्रॉफिट ज्यादा होगा तो अकॉर्डिंग आपका टैक्स ज्यादा लगेगा. एंड लेटर करेक्शंस बिकम मेसी. Yes, everyone knows. So first step, collect the all purchase invoices physically, email, WhatsApp, all resources. And yes, cross check with your invert register or the GRN. Right. Ensure nothing is left. Even small expenses matter. Now checklist point number 2, सेल्स वेरिफिकेशन. आर ऑल सेल्स रिकॉर्डेड? कोई इनवॉइस मिस तो नहीं है, कोई एडजस्ट, कोई एडवांस एडजस्ट नहीं हुआ, कोई क्रेडिट नोट पेंडिंग है? बिकॉज सेल्स इज योर टॉप लाइन, टॉप प्रायोरिटी. Even small error changes your entire picture. So match with your billing system. Do not assume, right? Now checklist point number 3, expenses completeness. Many expenses are not booked till the March. Example can say the electricity bills not received, electricity bill not received, transport bills pending. And yes, about the professional fees are not recorded. It's all about the commission not booked. And businesses think अप्रैल में कर लेंगे, but you know that is a wrong thing. If expenses belongs to this year, right, it must be booked now in this year. And this is accrual concept. If you ignore, your profit becomes the artificial. So please identify your pending expenses. Identify karo and please pass the entries. Now come to the next checklist point number 4, stock verification. This is one of the biggest areas of mistake. I am talking about the inventory, stock. Because many businesses rely only on the system stock. But actual stock is different hota hai, right? And even small difference impacts your profit. For example, if stock high, profit high. If stock is low, profit low. So what you should do the physical verification. At least sample check. And yes, compare with the books and adjust differences. Do not ignore. Okay. Now come to the checklist number 5. It's about the receivables review. कितना आपको मिलना है और उसमें से कितना एक्चुअली रिकवरेबल है या फिर हो गया. Many businesses shows the full receivables, but what is the reality? In reality means some customers are not paying from months. So identify doubtful amounts. If required, create the provision. Because showing the unreal receivable is not strength. It is a illusion. Yes. Now come to the checklist point number 6. It is a payable review. कितना आपको देना है? क्या आपने वेंडर रिकंसिलिएशन कर लिया? क्या आपने बैलेंस कंफर्म कर लिया? Right? Because mismatch here that creates future disputes. And yes, it also affects your credibility. So this is a very important. Confirm the major vendor balances and resolve the differences. Okay. Now checklist point number 7 is the GST reconciliation. Are your books matching with the GST or 2B? क्या ITC आपने करेक्ट लिया है? क्या कोई मिसमैच तो पेंडिंग क्या कोई मिसमैच पेंडिंग है? Because what happened na, wrong ITC leads to the notices later, and definitely it creates the stress when you are not ready. This is very important. So at least basic reconciliation is must. Now come to the checklist number point 8. It is the tedious compliance. In this tedious compliance we'll check क्या TDS डिडक्ट हुआ, क्या एंट्रीज बुक्ड है, क्या रिटर्न फाइल्ड है. बिकॉज TDS मिसमैच creates the unnecessary notices. Yes, and it's also impacts on the vendor trust, right? So verify all the deductions properly. It's very important about the TDS. Now come to the checklist number point 9. It is the बैंक एंड कैश रिकंसिलिएशन. क्या आपका बैंक बैलेंस मैच कर रहा है? क्या कोई एंट्री मिसिंग है? क्या कैश फिजिकली अवेलेबल है? बिकॉज वाई? बिकॉज दिस इज योर base control. And if this wrong about your base control ना, entire financial data unreliable हो जाते हैं, right? So you should reconcile all the bank accounts and verify cash. Now checklist point number 10. Final logical review. This is the most powerful step. Sit calmly, look at your numbers, ask, does this make sense? Is profit logical? Are my expenses realistic? क्या कोई number abnormal लग रहा है? Because this is all about system, because system can be correct, but system can be correct and logic wrong हो सकता है. And this review catches that. Now let me tell you one important thing. You don't need to do everything yourself, but you must understand everything, because when you understand now, you ask right question, and right questions create control. So now real insight at the end. One MSME owner faced panic every March. When we analyzed, we found entries delayed for months, so obviously there is a pressure. But next year we implemented monthly review. According, what's the result? March becomes smooth. So problem GST नहीं था, right? So problem GST नहीं था, problem था ये सब जो हमने checklist में discuss किया, delays all about. Now ask yourself, are you reviewing your accounts monthly or yearly? If yearly na, you are creating your own stress. So friends, shift to the monthly discipline. Now one more insight. Do not aim for the perfection. Just aim for the clarity. You don't need the perfect books. You don't need the perfect books. You just need the clear understanding of risk areas, and that itself gives control. Now simple action plan today. At the end, finally, today take notebook, write these 10 points checklist. Tomorrow start checking one by one. Do not rush, take it step by step. For the coming new financial year, it would be more helpful. This is the going to end. Within a few days, you will feel control if you follow this checklist on the monthly basis in the coming financial year, right? And that feeling will be so much powerful. So friends, we'll meet in next part 2 of day 1. Keep subscribing my channel. Thank you so much. Thank you.